So you've known for a while, Matt was going to look at you on the outside coming into this season. How's that transition been? How comfortable do you feel now, kind of in a different role?
For my whole life, I've really transitioned between outside and libero. So, for club and high school volleyball, I played outside, and then when I would play overseas with USA, then I would play libero. So it's been a pretty easy transition. It was hard to get back into jumping since I haven't done that for so long, but it was something I've been used to.
You talked for the summer, and I might ask you this then, but did it almost feel like a harder more of a transition going back to libero for your national team stuff this summer? Had you already wrapped your mind around playing outside?
Yeah, because especially from middle back to left back defense, the ball comes a lot quicker from the left back, so that took just a couple days to get used to. Like I said, I've been doing it for such a long time, but definitely was in the outside mindset at first.
Stranger coming in as a freshman, highly touted recruit and excelling at this level pretty much right out of the gate. You got quite a few that are in a similar situation this year. What can you take from your experience to kind of help bring these players along and maybe get them acclimated a little bit quicker than they might know?
Yeah, we're going to need a couple freshmen to step up this year. We have 3 upperclassmen, 3 people older than me on the team, which is crazy, as a sophomore. And we have some really talented freshmen. I just think they have to understand that you can't be afraid to take a role as a freshman, because we're all one team. They just have to know that they have a say, and everything that they think and that they want to say is important to the rest of us.
Does it feel a little bit strange that you are a sophomore here and yet your leadership role may be a little bit more outsized than normally would just because of how many you graduated?
Yeah, it is. Especially with Taylor being injured right now, Willow and Ronica are the 2 people that are older than me right now. And last year, I had to take a position as a leader, just being a libero, being the leader of the backcourt. So that definitely helped me adjust. And I've tried to be a leader throughout my whole life, so it's something that I want to do and to help the team too. So
what was the biggest lesson you took from last year, just in terms of learning that leadership through being a libero that you can kind of bring into this season?
What? I think that every team needs someone to bring energy and positive energy, and to get us out of tight situations. And I think that's something that I've been pretty good at, so that's something I want to keep up, even take it to another level. So
those of you who are a veteran like me, you, Ronica, were kind of thrust into it as young players yourselves. Right. So can you be a resource, or have any of the freshmen come to you say, hey, how do I handle that? What was that like? What am I about to go through?
Yeah, they've definitely asked questions, and I think that's something that they have to do if they want to learn how to be a leader and take that responsibility. And they have, and that's something I want to do. I want to be someone that they can come to. I want to be so helpful so that they just feel comfortable.
Coach was talking about Monica kind of stepping into a leadership role, and she's obviously so charismatic and outgoing. Yes. It's easy externally to see her being a leader, but she said, hey, sometimes she can be introverted, and particularly if things aren't going well, she tends to kind of clam up. What's your perspective on her trying to take on a more consistently vocal role?
Even I saw her as a leader coming into last year too, but I can see such a big difference. She was already a leader at the beginning of last year, but the difference that she's made within a single season, I think that's really crazy. She'll make an effort to reach out to all of us if any of us are struggling, and I think that's really important, especially being the oldest.
She made it sound like kind of her perfectionism goes against her. If she screws something up, she feels like she's not able to be a leader. So is that something you've specifically seen her try to work through?
Yeah, she's an All-American. She's very, very good. So she's going to be that perfectionist, and she's so hard on herself. But I think that's something that makes her so great. You can't tell that she's very irritated. I'm sure she keeps it a little more internal, but yes, it has gotten better.
She did say she was ashamed one day to be late to a lift, I'm a senior and I'm telling everybody how to do things, and I came late to a lift. Do you remember that day?
I do remember that day.
What her reaction was?
Yeah, I don't think anyone on the team was frustrated with her. That doesn't happen with her, and that's very cool that she takes so much pride in that, and everyone should do that. And I think her reaction made us realize how, like, that's not okay, and she knows how that's not okay. But none of the team was that frustrated with her. She was definitely the hardest on herself. So.